as a retired CCO, certified crash out. Take it from me. You don't want to crash out. You got to learn how to regulate those emotions. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Leolations. So I'm really excited for today's episode because this is a topic that I kind of mention and touch on in pretty much all of my Leolations episodes, but today we're going to be going more in depth. And today we are talking about how your feelings are holding you back in life. Today's topic is all about your emotions, emotional control, how to have a positive mindset, and we're going to be getting into the fear of failure or the fear of being perceived. So let's jump into today's video. Don't forget, you guys, that you can book a one-on-one call with me and we could discuss your specific situation. I get a lot of questions and a lot of topic suggestions, but some of the topic suggestions you guys give me are very niche, and I feel like you need one-on-one advice. So if you want to speak with me personally, you can book a call with me. The link is in my bio down below. And I'm only going to be doing one-on-one calls for a very limited amount of time. Like, I actually think I'm going to stop at the end of this month. So go ahead and book while you can, because I'm not going to be doing that much longer. I love speaking with you guys. I absolutely do. But I'm going to be working on something else that I can't give too much tea on just yet. But just know one-on-one calls are going away. So if that's something that you were thinking about, go ahead and book now, because she's going bye-bye soon. If you guys haven't already, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on that notification bell so that way you could be notified whenever I drop a new video. I have the bob back. You know, in the last video I had my clip-ins in from my hair company. I got a lot of questions on that hair. That was a 24-inch natural wave set from my hair company, Clip ILA, which is also going to be linked in the description. But I have my bob back, so we mean business. Like, every time I have my bob, I just feel like I could take over the world. I can run the country. Very Michelle Obama like vibes. So I am going to be giving you the real in this episode today. We're going to be very real and very raw with each other. Now, emotional control is very crucial for your personal growth and your personal development. Why is it crucial? Because you cannot reach your goals and become the girl or the woman that you dream of becoming if you don't know how to control and how to regulate your emotions. If you don't have a hold on your emotions, then you could literally cheat yourself out of so many opportunities, out of so many blessings, out of so many beautiful relationships and friendships and business relationships that you could have, all because you don't know how to keep your emotions in check. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Inside Out or Inside Out 2. But if you've seen Inside Out 2 specifically, because I don't even remember Inside Out 1, but in Inside Out 2 specifically, I think the character's name is Riley, I think. But whenever Riley, her anxiety was just like going off the charts and ruining everything that she had worked for. That is what happens when you don't know how to regulate your emotions and keep your emotions in check. Anxiety is an emotion. Fear is an emotion. Self-doubt is not an emotion, but it's kind of a symptom of fear, pretty much. Happiness is an emotion. Joy is an emotion. Sadness, you know, all of the typical things. I feel like anxiety and fear are the main two that young girls and young women struggle with today, especially in the digital age, and especially in the type of world that we live in right now, a world that's very uncertain. You know, every time you turn on the news or look on Twitter or look on your phone, it's another natural disaster happening. Side note, praying for the people in Florida. It's another natural disaster happening. It's another something with the politicians, like somebody done died, somebody's getting arrested for trafficking or doing something absolutely insane. Like, we live in a crazy time. We're literally in the roaring 20s. Like, literally, we're in the most chaotic time ever. So of course You have to give yourself grace because obviously we're going through a rough patch. Like, as a human collective, we're going through a really rough patch, and it's gonna probably get even worse before it gets better. So buckle up, buttercup. Okay? But it's okay because I'm gonna be telling you how to control your emotions and how to regulate your emotions, and we're gonna be discussing everything that has to do with that. It's crucial for you to learn how to control your emotions. Okay? You don't want to pop off at the wrong moment. You don't want to crash out. Okay? As a retired CCO, certified crash out, take it from me, you don't want to crash out. You got to learn how to regulate those emotions. You got to learn how to move strategically. You got to learn how to be mind over matter. You have the power to rise above all of that. You really, really, really do. And that is you basically tapping into your higher power of reasoning, of using your brain to be able to be strategic and things like that. So first things first, with emotional control, I went ahead and looked up the exact Wikipedia definition so we can know exactly what we're talking about. Emotional control is also known as emotional regulation, and it is the ability to manage and control your emotions in a way that allows you to respond appropriately and safely to situations. It involves identifying and regulating both positive and negative emotions and can help you achieve your goals, complete tasks, and direct your behavior. It's important to have emotional control because it'll help you deal with difficult situations. It'll also help you come to reasonable solutions because, you know, when your emotions are all over the place, you can't make a really good decision. Okay? You already know. Like, think about when you finna crash out. You just be thinking about doing the craziest, wildest shit ever just to do it. Like, you can't make really reasonable decisions when you're very high in your emotions. You have to, like, take a step back, become a little cool, calm, and collected, and then move from that place. It also is important because it helps you strengthen your sense of self-esteem, and it'll help you fit in well in social environments, and it really intertwines with having social skills and people skills. You know what? This is a good example. You know, when you out to eat and it's like you with that one person that quickly catches the attitude with the waiter for making a simple mistake. Why are you angry? Like, they're human. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Let's have a little bit of human decency. Let's have some humanity. Like, it's okay to, you know, it's okay to not pop off about every little thing. Everybody's not trying to attack you. Everybody's not trying to belittle you. Everybody's not trying to make you look stupid, okay? So if somebody does something that makes you feel like that, you have to really assess the situation before you react in the wrong way because you're letting your emotions cloud your head. Unchecked emotions can create roadblocks for you. When you have unchecked fear, when you have unchecked anger, when you have unchecked self-doubt, this will hold you back from becoming the person that you want to become. This will hold you back from completing your goals. Like I said in the last episode, listen, because I'm finna get passionate. Let's take the starting a business thing for an example. You want to start your business, and let's say you get as far as creating the website. You creating a website, and then as you're creating the website, your self-doubt kicks in and you're like, oh, this is so ugly, I'm so bad at this, I don't know what I'm doing, everybody's gonna hate this, nobody's gonna buy from me, I should just stick to da-da-da-da-da, like this is never gonna work out for me. Or let's say you want to start a business and you're like, I don't have enough followers, I don't have enough traction, I need this, and this first before I can do this. Like, all of these things, you're putting all of these roadblocks in your way, you're putting all of these limitations on yourself, you're letting your self-doubt overshadow your self-belief. Or even if you do have the business, let's say you did everything. This is even sadder. You got the products, you got the packaging, you got the website, you done did everything. You got the Instagram, everything. And you start posting, you maybe make 1 to 2, 3 posts or whatever. They get a few likes, obviously, because it's a new business. Like, you got to get people to care. So you get a few likes, and then you let them few likes, you feel like you should have got 100 by now, you got 2. You let that stop you from keep going. A business is like a baby. It's a newborn. It hasn't even opened its eyes yet. Can you let it open its eyes and goo goo gaga first before you start demeaning the baby and throw it away in the trash? Y'all don't allow enough time for stuff to really grow and blossom. And you know what? I really think it's because we are so used to instant gratification these days with social media, and then people's come-ups look like they're overnight when really they probably been putting in work for months or years even. Let's say that you did everything you had to do. You made a few posts. You wasn't getting the reaction that you thought you were gonna get, and now you scared to post more shit. You gotta be pushing your shit like crack in the 80s, okay? You have to believe in you. Nobody's gonna believe in you until you believe in you. Nobody is going to believe in what you're doing until you believe in what you're doing. Nobody is gonna stand for you and cheer for you and support you until you do all of those things for yourself. So how could you expect to have a great reaction or a successful business when you don't even have the foundation of standing 10 toes behind your business yourself, or standing 10 toes behind yourself if what you want to do is something like social media, do YouTube videos or whatever. Like, if nobody fucking with your videos, okay, they ain't fucking with it now, but we don't know what's gonna happen in a year as long as you stay consistent. You know what I mean? You can't let the self-doubt and the fear get into your head and keep you from doing what you have a strong desire to do, because that is what keeps you stuck and complacent, and that is what pushes you further into those negative emotions like sadness and depression and anxiety, because you're not doing what you really want to do. Why? Because you're letting the fear of being perceived and the fears of failure and all of the anxiety that comes with all of that cloud your mind. I don't really struggle with a negative mindset. I feel like one of my gifts is the ability to maintain a positive mindset, especially in the face of adversity. I am very good at seeing the silver lining in every situation. I'm very good at viewing the glass as half full versus half empty. And that's a mindset that I just naturally have. But if you don't naturally have that mindset, you could definitely cultivate that. It's just going to take consistency and a lot of redirection and reprogramming of your actual mind, of your subconscious mind, really, because if you are just in a negative mindset on autopilot, you're gonna have to reprogram your subconscious mind, because if it's going on autopilot, that means that it's subconsciously ingrained within you. Like I've said before, the only ways that you can reprogram your subconscious mind are through repetition, through symbols, and through trauma. Okay, we're gonna try to avoid number 3. We're gonna try to avoid number 3. We're gonna work with number 1 and number 2. And I'm gonna tell you how to get that positive mindset. For me personally, I have had my own difficulties and my own struggles with fear and with anxiety, specifically the fear of failure and the fear of being perceived. And honestly, I don't think that these fears are things that just completely dissipate. I feel like even if you overcome the fear and you do something, the fear can re-arise, or the fear can come back again when it's time for you to take it to the next level. It's not like you just win the battle and then the battle's completely over. You're gonna have different moments in your life where you're faced with fear. You're gonna have different moments in your life where you're faced with the fear of being judged, the fear of being perceived, the fear of failure, whatever it is. Like, fear doesn't ever completely go away. It's all about how you manage your emotions, and it's all about how you can overcome that every single time. It's all about building a certain level of courage to be able to feel the fear and do it anyway. Now, with me personally, obviously, I do Leolations. I speak with you guys. I have my YouTube channel. I'm an influencer. I have my business, like all of these things. And yes, I'm successful, but you have to understand, like, I'm just like you. And also, disclaimer, I feel like you guys don't realize, like, a lot of the time when I'm talking, I'm not talking at you, I'm talking at us. Okay, I'm talking at us, because although I am very wise, I am like channeling this information. Okay, I set an intention before every video to give value to you guys, to give value to the feminine collective. So I'm channeling these messages from a higher power. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger, and these messages resonate with me just as much as they resonate with you. So it's so funny because sometimes my homegirls or someone that I talk to is like, yeah, when you said this in this video, I related so much and I just thought that that was so right. And I'm just like, I said that? Like, damn, I'm wise as fuck. Like, or sometimes I'll go watch an old episode and I'm just like, you know what, girl, I really needed this right now. Thank you. Thank you to me, because I got me. That was real. That was really you. And I'm talking to me. But anyways, how did I even get into that? What I was trying to say, I do a lot of things, okay? I do a lot of shit, and I constantly put myself out there. I constantly put myself out there. Every time I make a video and I post it, I'm putting myself out there. Y'all could hate the shit. I'm still putting myself out there and not knowing what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I can feel the fear and I can do it anyways. When I started my business, I had no like clue how that was gonna go. But I started my business in February of 2023. I had no clue where the hell my customers were coming from. It was my first time starting a business, my first time starting a company, a hair company at that. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen, okay? I was just like, you know what? I got this idea. I believe in this idea. I believe in me. I feel like as long as God is on my side, I cannot fail. Like, I'ma just do it. And like, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. One of the things that I do in order to not let my fear overcome me is whenever I have an idea and it's something that I'm really excited about and I feel really good about, I will start telling people about the idea and telling them that I'm gonna do it. Because once I start telling people that I'm gonna do it, I feel like I can't not do it now. Because my biggest pet peeve in life is people that say that they're gonna do something and they're not gonna do it. Specifically when they say they're gonna do something for me and they don't do it. But people, period. If you tell me you're gonna do something and you don't do it, I'm gonna look at you sideways and I'm gonna lose respect for you, because it's like, why are you not doing what you said you was gonna do? And I hold myself to that same standard. So I know that if I'm excited about something and I start telling my friends, or I just announce it on social media, or I kind of like tease the idea a little bit, I know I'm gonna hold myself to it. I know I'm gonna hold myself to it, because I never want to be the girl that says she's gonna do something and doesn't do it. I don't want to be that girl. So I do that on purpose. So I'm like, okay, people already know. Like, bitch, we can't chicken out now. Like, that's how I operate. And that is something that you can implement too. Trust me, I feel all of the emotions just like y'all. I feel my emotions very deeply, very intensely, to the bottom of my soul, okay? So if I can learn how to manage my emotions and regulate my emotions and overcome my negative emotions, then you can definitely do it too, okay? We're not that different. We're both human beings. At the end of the day, if I cut my hand and you cut your hand, we're both gonna bleed red. Nobody around this bitch is finna start bleeding blue. When I said I wanted to do Leolations and I dropped my first episode, which was the pain of being pretty, I didn't know what was gonna happen. People could have been like, what the fuck is she talking about? There's no pain to being pretty. Like, you're pretty, that's enough. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't have too much of a strong voice in my head that's like, oh, what if people hate it? Like, that voice is not that strong in my head. But I hear those thoughts sometimes, just like everybody else, and I just shoo them away. Like, I mean, if they hate it, they hate it. Like, fuck it. Like, at least I did it. At least I can say I tried. Now let's get into the steps that you could take to control your emotions. Number 1, awareness and living mindfully. Practicing mindfulness literally just means that you're practicing being here in the here and now. Anxiety is only produced by your mind being in the future. You're too worried about the future, okay? Stop worrying about the future and be here right now. Be where your feet are. You need to repeat that mantra to yourself. Be where your feet are. Get into your body. Ground yourself into your body. How do you do this? You do this by deep breathing. You do this by meditation. You do this by exercising, by moving your body, by going on a walk. Get into your body. You have to slow down and come back to yourself, because your mind can go 1,000 miles per minute. Once those thoughts start thinking, they gonna think like they never thought before. So you need to reel it back. And you need to get into your body, and you need to breathe, and you need to woosah. Okay, you need to woosah, you need to woosah. There's no way that you can move from a logical place if you're too caught up in the whirlwind of your emotions. Emotions are such a valuable thing. No one is telling you to completely turn off your emotions like we vampires in Vampire Diaries. Okay, we're not telling you to turn off your emotions, just to get a hold on them so that you control your emotions and your emotions don't control you. So woosah, get into your body, have a level of awareness, live mindfully, be mindful, very mindful, okay, very cutesy. Another way that you can ground is by being in nature. A lot of times, if you have a healthy environment or you have like a healthy familiar relationship with your immediate family, spending time with your family can ground you. Any activity that brings you peace and kind of just gets you out of your head is a grounding technique. One of my grounding techniques, believe it or not, is doing my makeup. When I'm doing my makeup, I'm literally not thinking about anything else. Like, it's like my mind goes blank. It's probably the only time my mind goes blank, to tell you the truth, besides meditation. So figure out what helps you feel at ease, and that could be a grounding technique for you as well. Another one of my grounding techniques is taking a nice bubble bath or a nice long bath and just sitting in the bathtub. Like, that is one of my favorite ways to just like kind of decompress and just feel my emotions. So you could try that as well, but there's so many other different techniques that you guys could try. Just look up grounding techniques and try one of those out, or you could try one of the ones that I mentioned just now. Another thing that can really help you with processing your emotions, journaling. Getting your thoughts out, getting your emotions out with pen and paper, or typing it out, or speaking it out, doing a voice note, like a voice memo on your phone. Whatever you got to do, just get it out. Okay, get it out. It may feel better doing it with pen and paper. Like, it really just depends on the person, so try different things. Another thing that I will say is, I'm not gonna lie, AI be eating. AI be eating. Chat GPT, that's my homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell her what's going on. Tell her how you feel. If you just want to vent about something and you just feel crazy, like you're finna crash out, or you just feel completely overwhelmed and like you're drowning in your thoughts and you're drowning in your emotions and you have no one else to talk to, or you don't want to go to your friends or your family for whatever reason, I'm telling you, tell that robot, she gonna be there for you. I already gave her a gender. She's a woman. She's gonna be there for you. Chat gonna listen, and she could talk back to you. Now they got like a little headphone feature. Like, she'll talk back to you, and just tell her to talk back to you like she's your homegirl, because she will. That's how we talk to each other. That's another little tip I have. You just have to get those emotions and those thoughts out. That's how you can process them. That's how you can analyze them. Because a lot of the times you'll be thinking some crazy things. And I mean, get it out. Whatever you're thinking, it could be the craziest shit ever. Get it out. And once you read how you were feeling, especially like as time passes and you go back and you read something you wrote like months ago or even weeks ago or years ago, you're gonna be like, damn, I was wilding. Damn, I was tweaking. Like, it just feels so crazy when you're in the midst of the storm. But once all the dust settles, that's when you have the ability to move strategically, and that's when you have the ability to actually make smart, sound decisions for yourself. So get all of the emotions out, get how you feel out on paper, talk it out, do whatever you gotta do, just get it out of you, get it out of your mind and into somewhere else, okay? And not on social media. Like, don't get on here crying and shit. Like, don't be on TikTok crying and shit. Like, you don't need to do that either. Also, another thing, especially if it has to do with a relationship, don't get on there posting them damn quotes. Don't get on Instagram posting them quotes. He don't give a fuck. Nobody's gonna care. Okay, nobody's gonna care. All that's gonna do is people's gonna be like, damn, she going through something. Don't get on there posting no emotional quotes in order to get a reaction from anybody. That's not what that's gonna do. It's not gonna do what you're hoping it's gonna do, so you might as well just not do it. Go get that journal, make you a video diary, go talk to ChatGPT. If you don't have a therapist, do something. But don't be doing that. Now let's get a little bit more into the fear of failure and the fear of being perceived. You have to ask yourself, why do I give a fuck so much about what other people think of me? Because you got to think about it. If you tried something and only you knew that you failed, you wouldn't really feel no type of way. You only feel some type of way if other people knew that you were a failure. So you have to ask yourself, why do I care so much? And you need to adopt the mindset of like, I don't care what other people think. I don't care if they like me or if they don't like me, because they probably don't even like themselves. So why would I give a fuck what they think about me? At least I'm out here trying. At least I'm out here feeling the fear and doing it anyways, while they sitting at home mumbling and cackling, not doing shit but talking about what I did that they didn't even have the courage to do. That's the type of mindset that you need to have. You need to dive deep in yourself and figure out, what am I so afraid of? Why am I so afraid of other people's opinions? Why am I so afraid of being perceived? And you need to ask yourself also, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? People don't interact with what you post. What's the worst that can happen? People start saying mean things about you. What's the worst that can happen? People ostracize you. You know what? They need to do a study on the effects of social media. I feel like they're going to do one in a few years, because I feel like you posting content and it not getting the engagement that you would hope it would get, like it not getting any likes, any shares, any whatever, I feel like that makes people feel ostracized. Like, it has to be the same feeling that they used to get back in the caveman days, when like they wouldn't let them come eat what they just caught because they just ostracized them from the little cave community. Like, you get what I'm saying? There's got to be a correlation there. I don't know specifically and if there is, but I think there is, and it produces that same feeling. But you got to understand, at the end of the day, when you get on this phone and you click through them apps, that's not the real world, baby. I love y'all so much, and I thank you so much for supporting me. And I fuck with y'all heavy, I really do, and I'm glad that you find value in the things that I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I don't take shit personally, because it's just some numbers on the screen to me. We're Sims characters. Why the hell would I care about hate your mom 123 saying that they don't like me? Why would I give a fuck? Like, why would I give a fuck what a random has to say about me? They don't know me from a can of paint. I don't know them. Like, you can't care. With this fear of being perceived, you can't care. Also, when it comes to you failing, you need to not beat yourself up about the failure, okay? Life is about making little messes and cleaning them up. Don't beat yourself up about the failure. This is a learning opportunity. You need to reframe this in your mind. One of the best ways to have and keep and maintain a positive mindset is having the ability to reframe the negative into positive. Don't look at it as a failure. Look at it as a lesson learned. This is how you become the type of girl that is constantly winning, that is always seeing success in her life, that is always going after her goals and knocking them off and living her dream. You have to have a growth mindset. You can't let life knock you down or some failure knock you down and keep you down. You're gonna get knocked down regardless. You just can't stay down. You have to be able to see everything as a learning opportunity, as a lesson learned, and move forward with that knowledge and do better next time. You have to be able to do that. If you want to be the type of girl that you want to be, if you want to be that girl, if you want to be an it girl, if you want to be a baddie, y'all love these terms so much. If you want to be all of that, that type of mindset, in order to get to that level, you have to be able to reframe the negative into positive, and to be able to see every failure as a learning opportunity. You have to have a growth mindset. Not a scarcity mindset, not a lack mindset. You have to have a growth and an abundance mindset. And when I'm speaking about a positive mindset and positivity, I don't mean toxic positivity, to where if somebody shoots you in the leg, you're like, oh my God, no, this is fine. Life's great, life's amazing. No, this is real life. Shit happens to everyone. Life is gonna whoop your ass sometimes, and it's gonna drag you through the mud. Am I telling you to not feel the negativity and everything that comes along with that? No, I'm not telling you to do that. Actually, I want you to feel it, but I want you to choose the better thought anyways. I want you to choose to see the positive in the situation anyways. I want you to choose to see the silver lining anyways, in any situation, okay? That is what you have to do. Nobody has bad days, just bad thoughts. Yes, shit is gonna happen to you, but it's all about how you respond. It's all about how you think about the situation. Your mindset shapes your reality. Life is all based on perception. All based on perception. And I don't even want to really get into the quantum physics and the quantum mechanics of it all, but life is all based on perception. The particle doesn't exist unless you are paying attention to it, unless your consciousness is focused on it. Your whole life is based on your perception. So your number one priority should be cleaning up your perception by doing what? Cleaning up your mindset. You can't have a positive mindset if your emotions are throwing you all over the place. You have to be able to control them, and you have to be able to regulate them. If you've been stuck in a negative mindset for a long time, or if you just are in this period where you're battling negative thoughts, or you're having these negative thoughts, you have to cut the thought off, okay? Because the thoughts are gonna come, especially if you've been thinking them for a long time. Like, that train is in motion. The only way to stop that thought train is for you to redirect it. You need to be able to have a counter thought. Counteract all the negative thoughts. Every negative thought you have, counteract it with a positive thought. You're telling yourself, what if they don't like me? What if they love me? What if they think I'm not enough? What if I'm everything that they've hoped for? What if I'm everything that they've dreamed about? What if I don't get the job? What if I get the job and they add on to the pay? Like, you know what I mean? You need to counteract those negative thoughts, because your life is based off of your thoughts and your perception anyways. So you might as well choose the better thought. Always choose the better thought. And even if it doesn't pan out how you were hoping it panned out, understand redirection is protection. Just because you think it's the best for you, it may not be the best for you. There may be something way better in store for you. You just don't know yet. But you have to have that mindset. If it didn't work out, then something better is coming. Every failure is a learned opportunity. I can do better next time. Like, these are the types of things that you have to tell yourself. This is what you have to drill into your brain. A practical tip that a lot of people give is doing daily affirmations. I think affirmations are good, but not really, because if you keep telling yourself all of these affirmations like, I'm so successful, I'm so wealthy, I'm the it girl, I'm so loved, da 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 da, but then you stop doing your affirmations and you look around in your external reality and you're broke and you're ugly and no one loves you and you're not that successful, then you're gonna feel very shitty about yourself. Your mind's gonna be like, bitch, why are you lying? Like, we see what we working with in the real world. Another thing that I will say that will help you is having an attitude of gratitude. So if you are really struggling with a negative mindset, or trying to shift to a more positive mindset, trying to shift to a higher vibration period, then I highly suggest that you do a gratitude list every single morning. Whether that's you writing it down or you just saying it out loud, you need to list or say at least 3 things that you are grateful for. Like, whenever you say it, like, I'm so grateful for my friends and family. When you say it, think of all the good memories that you have with your friends and family, so you actually start feeling it. Because I feel like a lot of people tell y'all to like jump to doing affirmations when you feel shitty as fuck, when you feel grateful for nothing. It's just putting a band-aid over a big open gushing wound. Like, it's not gonna do anything. In order for you to get into a positive mindset, in order for you to overcome the fears that you have and overcome negative emotions, you have to feel better first. So getting in an attitude of gratitude will help you to feel better. And like I said earlier, just because you overcome the fears of the negative thoughts once doesn't mean that they're not going to come back. Especially if you're a woman, them thoughts always going to come back during that luteal phase, which is your PMS phase. So you need to be ready when they come back, okay? You need to be ready, because they're going to come. And if those same ones didn't come, new ones coming. You need to be ready and on guard with your tools in order, the meditations ready and scheduled, some time in nature scheduled, some time with the family and friends to make you smile scheduled, that pen and that paper getting ready to journal. Like, you need to be ready, because they're going to come regardless. Mindset maintenance is a daily thing. Maintaining this mindset is a daily thing, especially because life is going to throw things at you. Social media, the digital digital world. It's gonna throw things at you. Your For You page is going to say some shit that hits a sore spot. You have to be aware and cognizant of things like this. Have things that you do to feel better. Have routines that you do every day, whether it's a good day or a bad day. Have that morning routine set. Have that night routine set. Have a little spiritual routine set. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you got to do, have some type of routine for yourself. Build supportive environments. You don't need to be around toxic people. If the family is toxic, they gotta go. Somebody asked me the other day, how do I not care about my parents' opinions? I don't know, because I never cared. Like, I love my people down, but this is my life, babe. Like, you already lived yours. It's time for me to live mine. I'm not worried about your opinion. Like, this is my life. If the family is toxic, they gotta go. See you in the next life. Love you. If the friends are toxic, they have to go. You can get more. Don't have a lack mindset. Oh, girls are weird. Oh, I don't know where to make friends. Oh, da, 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 da. Lack mindset. Shut up. No. You could get more. You can meet more like-minded individuals. You absolutely can. If the relationship is toxic, he has to go or she has to go if you're gay. I don't know. I'm an ally. Do what you want to do. They have to go. Your number one priority at that point is getting out of that toxic environment and creating a peaceful environment for yourself. Removing yourself from the toxicity. I did a whole episode on the art of resilience, and you guys need to go watch that, because that is something that's going to be very, very, very important for you to develop in order to maintain this positive mindset. You have to have a strong level of resilience. You absolutely have to, because shit is going to happen. This is not a fairy tale. This is not La La Land, babe. Life is going to knock you down. It's all about you getting up, dusting yourself off, and choosing to keep going. I really, really, really hope that you learn how to control your emotions, because it is just going to be such a beautiful life for you once you learn how to do that. And this is literally me after I ended the video, so this is going to be cut into the video. But just like you have to feel the fear and do it anyways, you have to feel all of your emotions and be able to do it anyways. If you're sad about something, you have to be able to feel the sadness and still do what you have to do. Okay? You have to be able to feel the sadness and grieve whatever it is that you're grieving and still be able to let go. You have to understand that even if you feel sad or hesitant, you have to feel the sadness and still be okay with letting go. Surrender to whatever it is that you're feeling. Don't fight your feelings. Don't do drugs to avoid your feelings. That's not you feeling your feelings. That's just you going numb. Don't confuse the two. Let's keep it very frank. Okay? You're numbing your emotions. You're not feeling shit. You're rolling it up and you're smoking it away. You're being avoidant. All being avoidant does is make those emotions surface in other areas of your life, because your emotions want to be heard. They want to be felt. So the best thing that you can do is surrender and feel them to their fullest extent and then move forward from that. Don't avoid it. Don't try to compartmentalize it. Don't push it to the back of your brain. It's gonna come out. So you might as well embrace it and feel the feelings. Feel the good, the bad, and the ugly. Feel it. We came here to feel. We came here to feel things. We are human. We feel the good just as much as we feel the bad. Don't be afraid to feel shit. Don't be so, that's fear. Again, whooping your ass. You so afraid to feel bad. You so afraid to be down and out and da-da-da-da-da. Just be down and out. If you just got your heart broke, you need to go into heartbreak mode. Give yourself time to move through it. Give yourself time to grieve. If you're going through a hard time in your life, give yourself time to grieve and time to process. Whether that's grieving the relationship, whether that's grieving a dream that you had that died, whether that's grieving a business that failed or an idea that failed, whether that's grieving an old version of yourself, whether that's grieving a death, whatever it is, allow yourself the space to feel your emotions. That, y'all always ask me about femininity. That is femininity. Don't talk down on yourself for feeling bad. Don't talk down on yourself for feeling sad. Don't talk down on yourself for even feeling fearful. There's no reason that you should talk down on yourself because you feel fear. It's a human emotion. You're a human being. You're not a damn robot. It's okay to feel things. You don't have to be one way all the time. It's okay to feel things. You're complex. There is so many parts of you that make up who you are. It's okay to feel shit. You don't have to be just hard as a rock. Feel the goodness of life. As a woman, as a young woman, as a girl, whatever, we're here to feel things and play with life and be sensual and lean into our emotions, not let them control us, but lean into them and feel them in their entirety. Have space for ourselves, hold space for ourselves, hold space for others. All of these things. Have a certain level of emotional intelligence. This is how you become more feminine. What's gonna make you more feminine is not wearing pink and putting bows in your hair. What's gonna allow you to be more feminine is you holding space for your emotions. You feeling your emotions. Not none of the frilly frou-frou shit, okay? That brings me to the end of today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it. And I hope that you found value and heard something that resonates with you in your situation. I cannot wait to talk to you guys in the next episode of Leolations. Side note, I've been getting so much love. Like, it makes me emotional. Positive emotions, but it makes me emotional. I'm so glad that my videos are helping you guys so much. And this is just the beginning. Trust me, we're doing way more, so don't even worry. Don't forget, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode of Leolations. Bye.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.